Hello, welcome back. So, in today's episode, we're just going to continue with our e-commerce, and we are in our um, completion days, or the app is coming to really an end. We have still amount of things, but really we shall keep on improving. And those ones who want it to be customized to your preference, please contact me. You can inbox me, and I'm also going to put up actually a website for selling systems. Okay, we'll be building systems, and then I'll be sending them on that on that platform, so you can always check there. I also, when it is ready, I will be putting the link in the description. But thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you have reached this far, that is really great. So far we did a number of things. We have a lot of pages set up, few things that are not responsive here. I mean, like, they are not clickable. At least we still have to build this detailed page for this. I think maybe possibly in the next episode, I don't know. And then we have a number of pages, as you can see. These ones, track order. Someone talked about tracking order. There is chart, and this is going to be the support page, by the way. I'm just going to show you in a second. But the first thing I want us to, I worked on a number of pages while I was offline. These days I've been so busy not to make a video, but at least I would spend like some few minutes work on some small pages which don't need so much logic. So there are a few pages that worked on, and I'm just going to be showing you. First of all is I built the in-between page for the farmer specifically. Before he registers, he needs to see the pricing. As you know, this is an e-commerce, or it is a multi-vendor platform that actually helps the farmers meet their clients. So the admin or the company of this platform, for them, they are intermediators between the vendors and the clients. Okay, so they need to pay, the farmers pay. Okay, they pay something to the e-commerce. So I built the in-between page for pricing, okay, showing the pricing for the farmers. So now when you go to slash, okay, farmer pricing, so if you just go and it says slash farmer pricing, it is going to take us to the pricing page that I built for the farmers. So we have to update this page. Okay, you can see the page is having like the plans. Okay, it has like the plans that a farmer can choose. Okay, it has the plans that a farmer can choose to get started. So the first thing I'm just going to do is updating the link, this stock farmer pricing, and I update it on the register page. Okay, so we have this stock farmer, it is called register farmer, I guess, register farmer. So we have this page of register farmer, and I think I just need register because it is on the register where we have that. And I think also in the footer we're just going to put somewhere there. I'm just going to put something in the footer. So on this page where you say farmer register, here you can see this, you have to update this. So this is in the register. You can just go to in here, it is under the front end. So you can just go here, register farmer, and in this register form, and then on the register form down somewhere we have these links. Okay, so where they say are you a farmer, and we are supposed to put this slash. So I'm just going to put slash farmer pricing. Okay, so that now when you click on are you a farmer, now it should update and take you to the farmer pricing page. and then from there we can proceed. Let's go and see. So if you just go to this farmer pricing page, you can see there is farmer pricing page. So you can see there is this pricing component. I'm just going to click in it. So in the pricing we have the plans, and then we have the HTML. So the most important thing is that we are sending a plan. If you go and look at the link that we have put on this page, so let me just go ahead and click here. Okay, so now if you check on this page and you hover there, you can see it has a search param of plan. Okay, you can see that it has a search param of plan. So if I just click and I click maybe on silver, you will see on top here it is taking you to the register page, and it is just having register farmer and is having plan is equal to silver. So the important thing is to make sure when we go to the register page, okay, I'm just going to close all these. I'm just going to go to the register form. So the most important thing is that if you go on the register page, we must accept receive this role, this plan we are putting here, and it is very easy to get it. We can just say const. Okay, we can just say const search params is equal to use search params from next navigation, and then from these params we can actually get, for instance, a plan. Const plan. Okay, yes, a const plan is equal to going to be equal to plan is going to be equal to search params dot, then we have this get, okay, and then get the plan. As simple as that. So we just get this plan, and now this plan, while we are registering, we can just come and add it in the data. Okay, so let's first see here. So while we have this data, I can just come and I say that data dot plan is equal to plan. Okay, as simple as that. So we add the plan in the data we send. So this data we are sending it to API users. Okay, we are sending it to API users. So you can also just go and update that. So just go to API users and this route. So let's go ahead, where we are accepting all this information, let's go ahead and also put the plan. Okay, so we accept also the plan, and that means if you accept the plan, that means you will go ahead and, of course, we are checking existing user. That means when you create a new user here, okay, you have to go ahead and also put the plan. So you can just come here to create new user, you also put the plan, just like that. Let's see if you have anything. Okay, so that is it. We add the plan. Now the fact that we have added it here, we have to go ahead and also add it in the schema. Okay, so scroll down to the Prisma and then just go schema, and where we have the user, so we have to update it under user here. So where you have the role, so down I'm just going to copy this the string. Okay, I'm just going to go here down, and I'm just going to put this. Now it doesn't need to be unique. Simply put plan. Okay, and it's not required. So as simple as that. So that is the updates. Of course, when you run the Prisma client, it will be able to take in the plan. So this is going to help us know which plan this person is on, so that we know how to actually charge that person. Okay, so that is great. Maybe another thing is that they just do register some fake user with this plan. Now note that right now this plan will not do anything minus actually running this. So but what I want to show you is what I wanted to, let me just see, register. So we still have this verify thing. Okay, so this time we want to provide an interface. Okay, want somehow put an interface. So I'm just going to do what? Okay, just first leave this one this, but after registering, let me first show you something. Let me just put any fake data, and remember this is a farmer. So what I wanted, instead of just like going to the verify, the problem we have with going to the verify, let me just duplicate this and I go to verify. Okay, is it verify email here? So the problem we have with this mechanism is that you can see email sent, verify your account, thank you for creating an account, we have sent you to. So we need to add the email. Okay, we need to add the email of this person we have sent to, and also we can give them ability to change what if they messed up or they put a wrong email. So we need to give them ability to change an email, and then they can also resend the email. Okay, on this one, that's why I want to a little bit modify this one. Instead of sending to this, we need to get the ID. So we can just get here this response, and we have the response data here. Okay, we have the response data. So if you look at this endpoint of the user, it is still here. So when you look at this endpoint where actually we send the data, you said what returns back is actually data. Okay, as a new user. So in this data, okay, so you can just come here, you have this response, and we can just get the, you see how we got, for instance, the role. Where did we get the role? Just here. So I want to get this, we have this response data somewhere. Where is it? It is here. We have this response data. So on this response data, what I just want to do is that we can destructure some things outside this. So for instance, I can say const for instance data is equal to response data, and then from this data we can get the ID. So I'm just going to get this and turn it into this. So what I just want is we still send to this. Okay, and then we can send and say, for instance, user ID. So user ID is equal to, so you can say is equal to, and then we say data dot id. Okay, so you can just send the push to this, and when we go to that page, so we are sending the user ID on this page so that we can fetch the information when we reach on the verify page. So there is this, I'm not seeing the other pages. Okay, so you can see here we get the search params and we get out this a user ID, and then we can also get this data of a single user, and then we can go ahead and get this information of this person. Okay, so this I'm just going to go ahead and try to create this user. Okay, something went wrong. So plan. Okay, so we are trying to send the plan, and they are not knowing where an on argument plan. Okay, so for now I think I just going to, we have to run the Prisma DB push. Okay, so let me just go ahead and run Prisma DB push, and I think I will be back. So I'm just going to say npx Prisma DB push, and then after that we can just go ahead and say npm run dev. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for some minutes or some few minutes, and then I will be back. Okay, so it has resumed, and it just like it has rendered properly. Now we can just go ahead and one more time send the data. So I'm just going to add the fake, sorry, they're just going to go ahead and send some data, and this time hopefully we succeed. Okay, so user created successfully. Okay, so we have been redirected, and now you can see the user ID here, verify email, user ID is this one, and then you can see here we have sent the email to, so you can see here, and in the future we can add the change button. So we are in this one, we can add the change email button. So I'm just going to add somewhere in here, change mail, something like that. So I'm just going to put inside here, I'm just going to put a button. Okay, that's not a button. Okay, now we could just use a link or something like that, or we could just use a pop-up, any of those ones can still work, but we're just going to have here a button saying change mail. Okay, change email. Okay, so just going to, you can just go ahead and start thinking where we are heading. We have this change email button there, and someone, if they want, they can actually change. Just going to add a class name mx of maybe 4, and we can just change this one text white, maybe let's see. Okay, so you can see now we have this button says change email. Right now it's not doing anything, but just in person, someone made a mistake, we can just go ahead and make them change the email. For now, just leave it at that. Then another thing, so this is about the farmer, and one more thing about the farmer I did is, let's just go to the dashboard. So remember, this one is the farmer. So let's go to the dashboard and see some few things. Okay, so just loading the dashboard. Okay, so you can see here on the dashboard, first of all, we cleaned up the pages that he's not supposed to see. So now we have these products and coupons, and then he can look at his sales. We worked on the sales the other time. Okay, and then if he himself has made some orders, I don't know if he should create an account. We can just tell them to create another account to avoid the mistakes. Okay, we could tell them to use another account, which is just typically a normal user. Okay, instead of them just buying their own products. I think that would be maybe much better. Okay, so I'm just going to remove my orders, because it is somehow confusing actually. So I'm just going to go to the sidebar, which should be inside the components back office, and then sidebar. So you could just go to the farmer, and we're just going to remove my orders for sure, because this is somehow a bit confusing. Let the farmer, if he wants to buy some things, let him create a normal account just as other users, so that he can just buy using that. Okay, so that is great. Now another thing I wanted to show you is the dashboard, of course. So you can see in the dashboard we are having these component, the sales, total revenue, and so on and so forth. I can just go show you that actually. So when you go to the back office and on this page, you will see that we actually check the user, and then we render the appropriate dashboard. Okay, so you can see a session, we get the role, then from the role we render the dashboard. So here we are saying if someone is the user, we render this one, or if he's a farmer, we render this one. Otherwise, we render the dashboard for the admin. So here I'm just going to go to the farmer's dashboard. Now you can see we have some few things, few analytics we want. I'm just going to first go to the analytics themselves. So the analytics we want, for instance, how many products the farmer is right now having. Okay, and then we have the sales. Okay, what are his sales? And then we have also the total revenue. Okay, so we can just have those analytics. So where are we getting these analytics? So we have those analytics. If I go back to this farmer dashboard, so the first thing you can see that we have this in the session, since we are in the back in the server side, we are getting the user from the session, and then from this session, of course, we get this from the user we get the name, email ID, role, email verified, and user from the user. So from there, what we need actually is an ID. So the first thing, we first get all sales. Now when you say get sales, you will get sales for all individuals, okay, or for all vendors. So if I just go, for instance, here, API sales, so this one is going to give us all the sales. So this one gives us all the sales, but you realize that each sale has actually a vendor ID. So this is what you are very interested in. So we get all the sales, but then we get sales by ID. So we filter all the sales and we get the sales that belong to this this individual or this farmer, and these are the ones we need, sales by ID. The same thing to the products. They might just have like so many products, but then we just only get the products whose ID, product ID, because even in the products, if you just go to API products, you will see that even these they have some products. So you can see, for instance, we have this user ID, okay. I think that is the one we are considering, the user ID. Not sure if when we are creating, where do we save this? Let me just quickly go to the product form. So if I just go to product catalog, products, new, we have this new product form. So let me see, we have these farmers, and what are we saving those farmers as? Okay, because on select farmer, what are we saving that one as? So we are saving it as farmer ID. So this options, farmer ID. So I guess this comes as we send this data as farm ID. Let me see. Okay, so the farmer ID enters, and if we make a post request, so let's see, we make a post request to API products. Let's just go and see to understand where. So I'm just going to go to products, route, and then in the post, not get, in the post. So you see here we are receiving where are we receiving the farmer ID? Okay, so the farmer ID is here. Okay, and then what are we saving this as? That's the most important thing. So we just come here and check, and then we save as user ID. So are you seeing that? So in the product, the user ID is actually the farmer ID. Great. So it comes and is saved as the user ID. So this is in the dashboard. That's why we are getting all products, and after getting all the products, then we can go ahead and get products by ID. So we filter product dot, it's supposed to be user ID. I think probably user ID, not product ID, because the products by ID is product.user ID, because we have just checked right now, it is user ID, and then is equal to ID. Okay, so Then we get these things, the sales and the products, we send them to the overview cards. Okay, we send them here to the overview cards. Okay, so when you switch here, get the sales and the products, and then from there we have the products count and the sales count, and then we can update them here on the products. Okay, and also on the sales, and then we have also total revenue. Okay, is here, so you can just go back here, and at least for the products now it has updated. Now we can do this thing of, I think, pad start. Let me see. Just a second, let me first answer this call. Okay, so we could just try something like, where is the count, like this. Here we could do something like, how do they call it, we could just do dot, after getting this we could convert this into a string. I think you can just say it's string. Was it string? I'm not so sure. String, and then after that, then you do dot pad start. Is it pad start, and then you do, for instance, you do, for instance, 2, and then we put 0. It is supposed to be a string. Do I put 0 like this? Let's see if this gets an error or not. Oh, okay, so it works. Okay, so we have now 0 to the same thing on the number of sales. We can also do the same thing here. You convert this to string, and then you can do a pad start to make sure that they have 2 decimal places. Okay, so that is great. So you can see now we have some few analytics. In the future, you can put here a table of recent sales. Okay, we can put a table of recent sales if we have any, but so far the change I have made this side of the dashboard. Now what I wanted also is something we could do is also having the to go and work on the admin. Okay, we could go and change on the admin, but before we do that, I just want to show you also this still on the home page. There is another page that I tried to make so that we just go through that. So I'm just going to go to, of course we just have to come and connect it to these pages. It is the support page. Most say someone asked for how to track this here. So we're just going to be using like a page like this one. You can see this Jumia here. They are having this everything sent to this support page. This they have a help page. You can see SP help, and then they are just like accepting params for different pages. Okay, now we're just going to use the same concept. Okay, so ours, I called it support. So if you just go to support, just like that. Sorry. So we have here also these ones, depending on what you clicked on. You're supposed to have this support page, very simple page, but it will have some body. For instance, if you are on the place order, it will show content for place order, and like that. Okay, so I think that one we just have a day. Maybe I'll work it behind the scenes, but I wanted to show you the page. It is also just there. It's just like not having much things, but the most important thing is going to be on how we are going to manipulate it. For instance, when you see here, page is equal to track is track plus your order. Like this is track your order. If I click on this, pay for your order, if I just come here and I say click on this, you will see that they might put you on the same page, but then they change the param. Okay, so you can see here they will just like put you on the same thing, but they will change the this param, and then from that param they can render different components. You can see here, pay for your order. They give you exactly the step by step on how you can actually do that. Okay, so that's great. So we'll build this page in the future to be so much dynamic, but for now just showing you what I did. So another thing we can just like work on is, so of course we could just like connect all these pages in the header. We connect them to that, except the chart. Even in the future we are going to put the chart. I just need to put the chart. Right now what I just want to do is to go to log out this one and go to the admin. So I just want to log out. Okay, and then let's go ahead and log in. And let's log in as admin. So okay, so let's just try to access the dashboard. Okay, so as you can see, we have these things here. We can start putting some things in here. For instance, we have the orders, we have these figures. So I'm just going to first go to the admin dashboard. So when you just go back to the back office, so you have on this page, okay, so you see you have the large cards and the small cards. So we could just go ahead and fetch things here. Okay, we could go ahead and fetch things we want, and more especially the things we want to fetch are the things that are here. Okay, we could just go ahead and fetch this sales and the products. So let me just copy this. Just put them here, and maybe we could just remove these sales by ID. We just need all sales, then we shall just actually manipulate them. Okay, we shall manipulate them to get like this best selling, and then the weekly wait, get data is not defined, just do this. Okay, so what we want is, after getting those ones, we have to send this data to all these cards. Just going to say here sales is equal to sales, and then also this sales is equal to sales. Then we have also the charts. Sorry, we shall also work on these ones. Let me start with the small cards. So if you look here at the small cards, wait, okay. If you look at the small cards, they're having to things to do with the sales and maybe and orders. Yeah. So actually these ones are all about orders. Okay, they're about the orders. Let me just go and let me just go back here in a second on this page. So let me just get all the orders. I think we have already that route of orders. Let me see. Yep, so we have all these orders. So I'm just going to go here, duplicate this, and let's send here the orders. Okay, and then here you can just pass in orders. So let me just instead to these cards, let me pass in the orders to the small cards, and then here orders, and then go to the small cards, accept these orders. Now we can start manipulating it accordingly. So there is this total order. Let's just go back here. So you say total order. So like these ones, the number of orders altogether, which is very easy, order count. So total order count, I'm just going to go also on this, simply copy one of the farmer dashboard overview card. I just want to get one of these ones as simple as that, and then put it on top here. Okay, so this is going to be sales. These are orders, so I'm just going to see order count, just like that, order. Okay, and then just get this, put it here. Okay, on the number, then we had orders pending, so here we just have to filter them. If you look at these orders, we can just like filter by status. So you think you have somewhere status on the order. Is it on the orders? Let me just go on top. So we have, yeah, so we have order status. Okay, so we can just have pending orders. So we have pending orders. So const pending orders is equal to of course we will have to get all the orders and then we filter them. But let me just go to see something in the schema when it comes to the orders. Let me see, scroll down, order. So for the order status, where are we using it? Okay, so the good thing we have them here, order status somewhere. I just want to get that. I need order status. I just know the ones, so that we just know the ones we used. Okay, so order status is here. So I'm just going to copy this to the overview cards. I think they're small cards. So this is the available ones here. Okay, we have these available one. So I can just give for instance pending, processing, shipped, okay. So I'm just going to go here and I say processing, shipping, delivery, delivering, and then here cancelled. Okay, so now here we can give commas, okay, and this one can be just order, and this one can be also const order status. Oh, we can just call them status. Okay. So want to do some sort of filtering. So we have orders dot filter. Okay. Then we have access to an order. So want to see filter order dot. So I'm just go here and pick this order status. Order status. Order dot status is equal to, so you could just also status dot pending. Okay, just like that. So this one will return back the pending orders, and then we can also get now the pending orders count. Okay. We could reuse a function here. You just write a simple function here, I guess, to help us. So I'm just going to say function get orders we could just say get orders, maybe count by status. Okay, and it simply just takes in this whole thing here. So So if you see here, maybe const filtered orders is equal to, so you can see it takes in it uses the orders. So we could just like put in the orders, but since we already have the orders coming in, that's okay. Filter order status. So the most important thing is this status. So we could just say here status, okay, and then we just simply put the status here, okay. Now since we already have it's going to stay to work. So now after getting these orders, we can go ahead and get the count. So we know the count is gotten using this. So const count is equal to that, and then we just put these filtered orders, okay. Filtered orders dot length, and then we get this, and then here we could just add return the count. So we want to return the count at the end of this one, okay. So we could just come down here where we have pending orders and we say count. So we could just simply call this function, and then we pass in status dot pending, just like that. So this one should give us the pending count. Which one do we need? We have pending, processing, and delivered, okay. So just come here. So another one is processing, okay. So here is going to be status dot processing, and then finally we have delivered. Okay, now this one is going to be status dot delivering, okay. So now we can just go ahead and put these numbers on here. So this is orders, the number here we can just simply put this, then we have processing, we can put the number there, and finally we have the delivered, we can put the number here. So now it is now going to be dynamic. You can see it takes in all this and send the data. So it should have some things changing, okay. Great. So total orders we have 14, okay. Total orders we have 14. Let's wait for this order pending, they are 0. Order processing, they are 14, since the by default everything is having 14. And then we have these orders delivered, okay. So these ones are dynamically coming from the database, okay. Now we have the amount that we are here, these ones, now those ones, I think, let me just check one thing here on my Notion. I don't know if it is very easy to calculate. What we can first get is the total orders, So I'm just going also to send the total orders. If we go back to the page, let me close this one and this and even this. Let's go back here. So instead, let's also pass the orders. Okay, so let's just pass here orders and go to the large cards and let's accept the orders. Okay, and then we have these things here. So we can also find the if you look at this total orders, now for each order has these items. So the things you get is that you have the shipping cost, then you have also the this. Okay, so instead I think here on the total amount made, instead we would calculate it based on the sales. Okay, so we have today orders, yesterday, this month, all time. I think all time sales, yes. So as you can see, they're supposed to be sales. They just take them to be sales instead. So I'm just going to accept here sales, just like that. Let me just go back here and let me pass the sales. Okay, now the good thing with this the sales, we actually have these things calculated. If I just go now to sales, in the sales we have the items. Okay, we have items, and just going to convert these ones into sales. Since we have things concerning with the orders, now it is just like work with sales. So if you look at the sales, you see we have the totals. That's the good thing with the sales, we have the totals, so it is somehow really easy to capture. So let me just go here and I say const total sales, for instance, total sales. Okay, so it's going to be sales dot reduce. So in the reduce, we actually take into things the cumulative and then the item. Okay, so this is going to return back. You can return back and you say cumulative plus item dot. So now this item is going to be dot this total. Okay, item dot total. Okay, and then we can put comma 0. Okay, now we have to do the rounding off and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now I would quickly go to first close this to the front end, cut somewhere, and where I did this whole thing of the to fixed. Okay, I think we can just use to fixed. Yeah, why not? So just come here on the large cards and let's say to fixed, and then we can have that. Let's see if we have any results. Oh, I just update this. So total sales, let's update them on all time sales here, and let's wait. Okay, so some amount has been calculated here, which is really great. So this one is coming from the database is coming from database, which is nice. Now we have to do these things here. Okay, I think I'd written something this side. I'm not sure where. Okay, so I was looking into this logic. I think I will just first do it. You can just find this reference in this blog we have been using, and you can look at it here, sales by range. Okay, but I'm just going to first work on it, and then after implementing it, I will just come and we go through it. And then another thing, I will just come and we work on these graphs. So in the next episode, basically we have to finish up this, and we shall also finish up with the blogs so that the app will be almost done. Thank you so much for watching this.